This week is just the craziest week. I'm just laughing every time, going, what is my life? I lost my job. I'm flying first class. Hey, it's Ashley, and I wanted to vlog my life this week because this has been the most interesting month. Today is Tuesday, August 23rd. I am getting ready for my trip for FlipCon. I'm so excited. It's hosted by Phoenix Resell and Harry Tornado, and I am packing my bags. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and kind of vlog this whole experience. Obviously, I'm not going to share anything during the panels, but any tips afterwards, share my notes. Because obviously the speakers, I want them to share all of their content first, which they probably will by the time I get this video posted. So I have had a very crazy August, which is why I haven't filmed. So if you're a frequent visitor, welcome back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Ashley, and I am a part-time, hoping to go to full-time reseller, which is why I'm so excited to go to FlipCon and meet with other resellers and meet the people I follow and get great advice for my own reselling business. So I'm super excited. This is my first trip in 14 years. So this week, I'm just gonna be vlogging. Again, first trip, FlipCon 2022, super excited. There's gonna be 150 of us, which is amazing. And I'm also flying on a plane first class. First time in my life, flying first class. So it's just funny. This week is just the craziest week. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I already forgot to film day one of FlipCon. So Wednesday, I flew in. I was on the road since 5:30, got to the hotel afternoon, brought all my stuff up, kind of got settled, and then I couldn't find anywhere for dinner until like 3 o'clock. So grab dinner. I came back with dinner, which, by the way, is a whole hassle in Charlotte. Not a lot of places were open. So found Wendy's near the hotel, and I came back, and the meet and greet had already started in the hotel lobby. So there's 300 people in the lobby, and I'm grabbing my food bags. I'm like, doing this. I saw Harry Tornado on one side of the room. I saw Haley was checking in people and getting like name badges on. And I am this crazed person because I had not eaten at all that morning. So I have my bags and I decided not to meet anybody with my food. I was like, okay, I'm going to calmly go up to the hotel room, eat my food, calm down, freshen up, and then meet all these famous YouTubers and resellers so I don't look like a crazy person. So, came back, and that's when I finally met everybody, when I've had food in my stomach and a drink in my belly. That was good. So that was the first night. Okay, I'm at FlipCon. Super excited. The panel starts in a couple minutes, so I'll maybe share some key takeaways later today. So I'm back from the panel. Oh my gosh. It has been about 8 hours worth of super valuable things, tips, everything to help my business, my YouTube channel. It's insane. So I gotta share with you a couple of tips. First thing first, I won the very first prize of Harry Tornado's death file. He was giving that stuff away. This is a Pokemon Sword Nintendo Switch controller, and we did the comps on it, and it's a 50% sell-through rate, and it goes for about 40 to 50 bucks, and I got it for free. We love a freebie, so I'm really excited to list that. It's the first thing that's going. I wouldn't keep it, but it's cool. So content that we learned, super valuable. By the way, if everyone is so nice. Every YouTuber, every person that we see is so real and down to earth. I was telling the checking out, the resellers are the best types of people because we talk to people when we're buying things. It's just so cool. So everybody has been lovely. I've met some of my favorite people and took pictures, so that kind of made my day. But let me give you some of the tips, some takeaways. Okay, so the first thing that they talked about was motivation and trying to create a business that fits your lifestyle. Obviously, a lot of people have kids or full-time jobs, part-time jobs, things, school. You know, everybody has something different that is in their life that they got to work their business around. The main takeaway of your reselling business and why you list what you list is figure out your why. Why do you resell? Why do you find these items? Like, do you get the joy out of it? Do you enjoy making the money? Like, for example, I love Coach purses. That is my favorite thing. I grew up pretty poor, and I loved Coach purses. My mom and I would go into the Coach store at least once a quarter so we could see, you know, every season to see the newest bags. So I learned that over time because I would want a bag that's like $400, $600. I'm a teen, I've got no money, I can't afford that $600 bag. But now, even to this day, I'm finding those $600 bags for 25 bucks on Poshmark, and I buy them and I still love them, and I find them like, oh my gosh, that nostalgia, something I couldn't afford then I can now buy. So, you know, things like that. So that's a thing that I love and that I have knowledge in. Part of that is what I just went into the Coach bags. Why do I sell X to make every sale worthwhile? You know, so have your why, and that's even can help you niche down. A good one too, have backup suppliers. So if you only go to, you know, I thrift a lot. So if one of my thrift shops closes or goes down, I'm losing a supplier. I mean, you can even take that into wholesale. Make sure that you have backups so that you don't lose inventory in your stores. The importance of having an accountability buddy is crucial. Joey Bada and Drew at Profit Monsters, they work together, and Joey would be like, hey, to Drew, what are you doing? What are you listing? What's going on? You know, so if Drew didn't feel like it, he's got somebody who's like, yeah, I got that done because my buddy's telling me I gotta get done. You know, they're holding me accountable. Another great thing that I learned from a lot of resellers and the panelists is niche down your shop. Everybody says it, niche down. But the reason why is you don't have to look up comps so often. If you sell a particular category, you know what the prices are, or you know what you're going to price them at yourself. I talked to a gal, Lynn, who is lovely. She likes to buy a lot of vintage jewelry, and she had Christmas brooches. Well, she knows enough of her stuff that she knows what pin is going to go for 25, what's going to go for 40. Oh, this one's a rare one. Even if it's stamped, it doesn't mean it's always going to sell well. So she knows her market enough in Christmas brooches and the makers of what the price point is. So she doesn't even need to look at comps. She kind of almost makes her own based off of what she sells because she consistently sells those items. Another great thing that they talked about, which I'm glad somebody finally did, is how to avoid burnout. I think burnout is a very common thing. This is kind of a lonely profession. You know, you're listing by yourself a lot of times, so you're sourcing by yourself, you're listing by yourself, and sometimes you lose that motivation because it's just you. Because if you don't have an accountability buddy, you don't tell people what your goals are, you know, what you're trying to do, you can slack off. You can be like, you know what, I want to lay in bed until 10, and then you get harder on yourself, or you're trying to do so many things. So don't try to push yourself to do 100 things. Even and compare yourself to other people. Chris, Daily Refinement, he said that. Don't try to tackle 100 things. Know what you can do, and just do that well. And then if you want to push from there, if you've still got the mental energy and the physical energy, and like, okay, you know what? I consistently list 15 listings. I got my 15 done. Let's see if I can do 20. Go for it. But if you're feeling kind of stressed or I don't want to list, this is a great job where you can list 2 things, take a break, take a walk around, come back. You are your own boss, so it's okay. Mental health is super important, especially for this, because you're dealing with, I hate to say it, low ballers and people who don't pay, and it gets frustrating. Reezy and Drew both said, take time to enjoy your life. Be able to show up to live events. You have the capability. You're not locked into a 9 to 5. So if your kid's got a soccer match, you can go to that. You can, be involved in your kids' lives, or somebody says, hey, you want to go to a concert? Don't feel like you have to sit there and do your business. Like, you can take a break. It is okay. So I really love that even the biggest sellers take their time and realize what's important in their life, because this is why we want to do what we do. All right, are you ready for the good tips from Renzi? I was kind of surprised at the first one. So they have 4 tips on scaling your business and not how to get overwhelmed. So they sell millions of dollars of shoes, and they have a team. They've got it locked in. I found it really interesting that they don't sell on eBay or Amazon. They do Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace. I think that's awesome. So there's all different ways. You don't have to do eBay if you're not comfortable. You can still make great profit selling shoes. And even they made mistakes. They were telling a story that when they first started, they were trying to advertise, all of our shoes are $25 and we will deliver them for free within 50 miles. Obviously, a lot of people in that 49-mile mark were the most interested. So they had to reassess their business and how to scale, because obviously that wasn't getting them anywhere. So let's talk about Renzi's 4 tips to help scaling your business. Number 1, which I was shocked to hear, but I'm so glad they said it. Number 1, your physical and mental health is the most important. You have to take care of yourself before you can even work on managing a staff, hiring, anything. You gotta be good and clarified to be ready to scale up. Number 2, it sounds obvious, but sometimes it's really hard to put into practice. Minimize friction between sourcing and selling. So what is that? So Renzi's example was they have sourcing spots that they go to. So you got to create like a sourcing path. So if you go to all thrift shops, you got to kind of create a trail or a trend of like, okay, they give me an example of, we have sourcing days where we do 7 hours. We go to 9 spots, of 10 to 15 minutes in between each one. We spend X amount of time at each one. We only look at shoes. We find the best that we can at that one, go to our next spot, find the best that we can to get enough inventory. So again, they're not all over the place. They've got their path. Otherwise, if it's a shorter day, they've got a shorter route. Again, number 3, kind of an easy one, paying all the taxes and following all the rules of the platform that they're on. Big thing, making sure you don't owe the government money. Okay, and then their number 4 tip, Renzi's number 4 tip, work overtime hours now to create your efficiencies, to rework your business model, to scale your business and work part-time hours in the future. So right now I'm putting the overtime in. I'm listing. I've got my Flip app, sharing my stuff 6 times a day. Stuff is selling. I'm putting all these processes in place so that, okay, I'm figuring out my listing time. I'm putting a timer. How long does it take me to do this? Okay, I can shorten this and make it better so that there's less time involved and I can relax more and, again, enjoy my life. So really, scaling your business, it's about putting systems in place to make your life more efficient. Everybody said that. They have a process for every employee. If they have one, they have a process for themselves or a schedule for themselves that they stick by, and they do not change that. So if you are only available to list Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 10, that's what you're doing. You're not sitting on your butt and watching TV. Another bonus tip from Renzi, again, in scaling your business, kind of the most important overall message is start with your end goal and do the reverse steps to get there of like, okay, I want to make $20,000 a month. Okay, what does that look like per day? What do I need to sell per day? How many listings do I need to do? How many sales do I need to make? What do I need to do to create those many listings? What type of products do I need to buy to get that profit margin to get to that, or what kind of quality, or, how am I going to clean those? So you got to keep going and over communicating what you do and what you pay. They have a staff. They have designated shoe cleaners. They have people on staff where they just pay them to clean shoes. They don't ask them to do listings. They don't ask them to photograph. Your job is, here's a bucket of shoes. Please help us clean our shoes. We will pay you per shoe of how many you clean. They have a set goal. This is our expectations. The person who's cleaning them goes, okay, I know that I can clean leather shoes a lot faster. Give me 25 leather shoes. You'll have them tomorrow. So that there's that expectation over communication to get their results. Okay, next is the luau. We're gonna have a Hawaiian dinner and we're gonna dance the night away.
I know this dance, but I'm not very good. Everybody clap your hands.
Okay, going to my very first bins. I got my bag and I got a buddy to come with. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, we're at the second editions here close in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, so we are at the Fort Mill, right?
Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Flea market. This is Sean. This is, give him your...
Sports Thrifter. I just changed the name after the conference. Yeah, so...
Yep. So we are going to see if we can do some flea market finds. Okay, so I only found 2 things at the flea market. I got 2 Hot Wheels, this 2022 Volkswagen Baja Bug, I thought was cute, and then this Call of the Wild van. I only picked it up because it had the white interior. I always heard that the white interior ones sometimes go for more, so even though it's a little roughed up, I thought I would still give it a go. And it is from 2006. Okay, so to recap, would I go to FlipCon again? Absolutely. It was worth every penny for the event. I wish the event was longer, which Josh did say. He did release a video talking about things that went well, things that didn't. He is going to extend it a day, which I think is a great idea so that everybody can learn and it's not crammed into one day. While it was really super valuable, information, they also gave some tax information and how to grow your YouTube channel. Obviously, I didn't share it in this video, but it was still super helpful. But the networking alone was priceless. I have made so many new friends, and it was so inspiring to hear everybody's stories. Even our favorite YouTubers have had a struggle, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried, like bawled during the beginning of the motivational panel where everybody was introducing themselves, and their story relates to my story of what I'm currently in, of not having a job, trying to resell to make a living and support myself and my puppy dog, so my little family. So I was just inspired by everybody. And the people I met there have their own unique businesses. Like while a lot of them do reselling or Amazon FBA, it was just so cool to hear the different things that people do or sell. And it was just nice to finally talk to people who understand what I do. So I've made probably 100 new friends. So if you're watching, hi. I tried to tag as many people as I could in this video who I had the pleasure of hanging out with and getting to know. And I'm hoping that, keep all those connections. But yeah, it's been super inspiring. And I mean, this is what I needed to keep going. And I will probably go to FlipCon 2023. We'll see. The only thing I will say is I hope that there are more women speakers. I know that Josh did try. He did invite 7 women. Unfortunately, not a lot of people could make it just because they have life things going on. But I got to meet some of my favorite people, shake their hands, say thank you for all of your advice and tips, and I love what you do. And that was my goal, was to meet people, network, and thank the people that I watch and that I enjoy, and thank them for all of their great tips and advice and sharing their journey as well. So again, great event, great time. Can't wait for the next one. Okay, see you guys next time.